pressure by the Rangers. Okay, Matt said he can see it now.
You can see it?
Yeah. Okay, sorry folks. We're at 9:42 in the first period. Rangers in the Cumberland zone right now, putting on great pressure. The score is currently 0-0. Cumberland coming behind our net. Shot right on target. Great save by Benoit. Oh, they got it past the blue line. Cumberland up with it now at their own blue line. Trying to push it into the Rangers zone. There we go. So if you're just joining us, we're trying to get going here. The Rangers versus the Grads. We're at 8:42 in the first period. And we're clearing it out of the Rangers zone right now. In the neutral zone, the Rangers turning it into the Cumberland zone. They're looking to make some moves here. We're behind our net. There we go. Ooh, big attempt there by Cumberland. Ben just able to save it. We're trying to push it along the boards out of our zone. Braden's going to kick it to his D partner. Nice pass through the center. Great shot and scores.
Okay. But it does say that there's like 6 people there.
Yeah. So who scored?
Ewan.
Ewan? That was Ewan who scored on a great move through the center. Cumberland now trying to make a play here in the Rangers zone. Gonna see if we can clear it around. Action behind our net right now. And Rangers clear it. It's going to go all the way for an icing. Rangers working hard along the boards here, right at our blue line. Louis manages to get it out. Charlie's going to try to intercept that, and he does, and he's in the Cumberland end right now. He's going to look for a partner. Nice pass up to the D. They're going to put it on net. Working along the boards now. Going to use the D behind the Grad's net. Good work by the Rangers trying to keep a hold of that. Oh, a big interception by the Grads who are coming into the neutral zone and into the Rangers zone now. Pretty weak shot on Ben. He just passes it to the side. We're going to clear it up the boards and into the neutral zone. Turning it around while we're working on a change. Grads bring it into the Rangers zone. High shot goes way high and wide of the net. Turning it around behind our net now. Nice pressure by Aiden in the grad zone. Fighting to keep that one. Along the boards here now. Oh. There we go. Using the D, and Braden's going to put it on net. We just got a little stick on that. And almost got a great shot on net there. Great pressure by the Rangers in the Cumberland zone. Everybody offside, but that's okay. We're going to get some fresh legs while Cumberland does a big stretch pass through the neutral zone. One load grad coming in. And the Rangers grab that and go back through the neutral zone, passing it over to Theo. Nice lob over to Ewan in front of the net, and the grad goalie's going to cover that up. Back in the grad zone here. Grad's coming up with it and through the neutral zone. Back behind our net now. 4:20 on the clock in the first. I'm going to push that out along to Savvy, who's back in the game today. Happy to have him back. Theo's going to give chase while we do a shift change. Grads are going to move that around behind their net. We're going to stop it along the boards. Nice little battle here as the Grads try to shuffle it around behind their net. There's some nice hands and skates there by Louie. We're going to keep it in the grad zone while Brody takes it around the net. He's going to center it right up front. Unfortunately, a grad stick got to it first. We're at the red line here now, and Gavin's going to go for a little skate and a shot right on target. Grad goalie's going to cover that up. Go up 2-0 at 3:24 on the clock. In the first period, that was Zach scoring. Along the boards in the Rangers zone right now. We're going to push it behind our net. A little bit of back and forth here, and we'll see where it goes. It's stuck behind our net, but the Grads are going to come up with it. Trying for a centering pass. Grads are just going to dump it in the corner. Try to get something going here. Here we go. And they get it up higher on the boards. Aiden's going to give chase. He stole it and is going to go in for a little skate. Shot right on target. Whoop. Little bit of a pile up there. The Grads and the Rangers. Got to get back on side, which we do, and Theo's going to take it in. Another shot close, just over the net of the Grads. Bit of a board battle here. We've got some fresh legs as a good shift change happened. Big high shot over the net. Oh, sorry, I said that was Theo, but I believe it's Nasser who's out today. My apologies. He's wearing number 13, coming in to help us out. The Grads are crossing the red line now into the Rangers zone. Trying to put some big pressure on. The Grads looking for somewhere to pass. Goes to the opposite side. Cole passes it over to Phil. He's looking for an open Ranger. Oh, that's looking like an icing. Missed all the sticks. Back to the Ranger zone. Ripping behind our net. Sorry for that interruption, guys. Trying to increase the resolution so you can see a little bit better. Thanks for your patience while we try out a new app. There we go. The Rangers are behind our net right now. I think that's Louis who's trying to get a hold of it. Stopping them along the boards. Big battle here as we're going to try to keep that in. Crosses the line though. We're going to have to buy a little bit of time. There we go. Going to do a little bit of a dump and chase now. Behind the Grad net. Braden's got it. Oh, that's the end of the first period. Starting the second period, Rangers versus the Grads. Big shot right on target by Aiden. Rangers currently leading 2-0. Oh, we're having some clock problems. Just a second. All right, the clock is actually working now this time. Rangers coming into the Grad zone. Dumping it in for Zach to give chase. And the Grads clear it past the blue line into the Rangers zone. Braden's on it right now. Behind our net. Gonna try to move it up, but the Grads keep it in our zone. Whew. A little bit of fancy work there. A little bit of a kerfuffle in front of our net. We're gonna push it off to the side 8. He's gonna just ice that thing and get us out of trouble. Grads are going to take it behind their net. There's a hand up there. Looks like we have a man going to the box here. We'll have a look. The Rangers are in a penalty kill situation here. Gonna need some big D. Phil's got it, ripping it around the corner. And Louis got it. He's gonna dump it in. We're at 13:17 on the clock right now. And that would be Ethan, who's in the box for the Rangers. Grads moving around behind their net, trying to get set up. Pressure as they get it up to the red line and into the Rangers zone. Get it up along the boards, but one of their defenders is going to dump it into the opposite corner. But we get a hold of it, and Phil is going to go for a big clear all the way to the other end of the ice. We're doing a full line change here. The Grads are going to come out of their zone. Just clearing the red line there now. Oh, nice little tap in beside our net. They're going to try a little wrap around. Going for a little skate. A man left wide open right in front of our net. Shot right on target. Ben stops that. We're going to try to get it past the blue line. And there we go. Nick clears it down to the opposite blue line. Grads moving into the zone. Got about 25 seconds left in this penalty kill. Grads throwing it behind the Rangers net, looking for some open ice. Grads behind our net again. Moving the puck really well. Ben with a great save. Grads with a shot on net. Ben pushes that aside with the stick. We're back to full strength now. Gonna try to get that past our blue line, but caught by the Grads. Gonna get that into the Grad zone here. To move it right to the red line. Little duck there, but we're going to push it around behind our net and hopefully find some more Ranger sticks here as it's bouncing around behind our net. Going to turn around and see what we can do. We're going to go back the other way. Phil's going to maybe push it up to Zach. Yep. Touches some sticks, but they do call an icing. I guess it just hit the wall. Looking to clear it out of their zone. A defender for the Grads keeps it in the Rangers zone. Big board battle here. Lots of good stick action here. The Grads still keep it in the Rangers zone. Ben gets a great glove on that one for a save. Rangers still looking to clear it out of our zone. Brad's going to keep it in, bounce it back. We're going to try something new up the middle. Goes Nasser and Ewan. Ewan with a great opportunity and scores! So at 9:58 in the second period, Ewan, assisted by Nasser, scores for a 3-0 lead. Here in the second period, we're behind the Grad's net now. Quinn's going to keep it in. He's going to get it right to Louis, but he's got some Grads covering him really well. They're going to move it through center here, trying to find who. There we go. We got everybody on side again. We're going to dump it in. Go for some fresh legs. Full change here by the Rangers. The Grads coming out of their corner, looking to make an impact. He's going to go for a skate. This guy's doing some nice work here, trying to keep a hold of it as he goes pretty close to our net. Great setup there, but the Rangers managed to keep... oh boy, we tried a long pass, but it hit the Grad stick. That's okay. Rangers back in possession around the corner of our net. We're coming along the boards here, trying to keep possession. Grad's coming in now closer to our net. Great defensive work here. It just gets over the blue line. Zach's going to push it out. Grads are going to try to make something happen here to get it out of their zone. Good pressure by the Rangers, keeping it in the Grad zone. It's behind the Rangers net. Going to push it around. We're going to look for some help here as the Grads give good pressure in the corner of the Rangers zone. I believe Phil with a nice turn, while Zach is going to go for a long pass over to Aiden. Aiden's going to dump it in so we can get some fresh legs. It's behind the Grad net now. Pressure from Savvy and Ewan. Along the boards here. Nasser's going to come out with it. Ooh. Oh, almost got it in the Grad zone, but it's offside. In the Rangers zone. Rangers pushing over the blue line into the Grad zone. Grads win that board battle and move it past the red line. Nice little tap. We're gonna have another board battle here. The Grads come out to center and into the Rangers zone. Shot on net, big rebound picked up by the Rangers. We're going to try to get that out of the zone, and we do. It's down with the Grads now as we get some fresh legs on. Grads are going to see what they can do. Quinn with a great stop right here at center ice. Louis coming in now with some support. Nice little tuck around just off the paddle of the Grad goalie. Centering right in front of the Grad net. We've got a pile up. And it's back in the Grad. No, sorry. Back in the Rangers zone. We're going to circle back, and Charlie is just offside. face off at the grad blue line, won by the grads, and they're pushing into the Rangers zone now. Trying to get something going on. The Rangers are behind the net. Gonna see what we can do here to move things along. Up the other side, and we're gonna get it up to center. Nick going for an attempt there, hit a grad stick. Nick gets a stick on that, gets it back into the grad zone. Aiden with a big snap, but misses the net. Grad's coming out into the neutral zone. And on the Rangers side of the house here, Rangers gonna move it around behind our net, look to a reset. That was Cole trying to push it up along the boards. Now he's getting some help from Zach. Grad's come out with that though, and Ben is gonna cover up that puck. Face off in the Ranger zone. Shot on net. Ben scoops that up. Rangers up with the puck behind our net. They're going to circle that around. Whoop. The Grabs managed to scoop that up a little bit. Let's see if we can force that up along the boards, and we do. Gonna clear it along in the neutral zone here. Grabs pick it up at the red line and into the Rangers zone. It snaps over to Benoit, but Ben shifts it over and into the corner. Gonna try to clear it, but the grad defender puts it back in the opposite corner. Big puck battles here. We're trying to battle it through the boards. Does not go offside. Ben's going to cover it up just to be safe. Face off by the Rangers net, and the Rangers are up with it, trying to move it out of our zone. Whoops, we had a little slip there behind the net, and the Grads are looking dangerous here behind our net. Grads are looking for some open ice, a little skate here. Lots of sticks flying. They get it on net. Ben's going to cover that up. A little bit of fisticuffs here. I think everybody's okay. Face off again in the Rangers zone. Grab's got a hold of it and shot it into the side of the net. Now there's all sorts of pressure right in front, but the Grads get it out to the center for a shot. That goes wide. They're still trying to clear it out. Louis trying to battle along the boards and make something different happen. Braden's going to go back around the net to his D partner. They're going to go back and forth a little bit behind our net. See if we can't find some open ice here. There we go. We've got a long pass, but it goes all the way here to Brody, who's going to go for a skate. He's going to dump it in while we get a well-deserved change here. Grads are coming out and shoot it back the other way. And that looks like an icing. We're going to have a face-off in the grad zone. Face off in the grad zone. Nick wins that. Aiden pushes it back to the D. We're going to put it in the corner behind the grad net now. They're going to push it out, though, and make a nice little pass to get it to the neutral zone. Little tap there. Somebody's got to go get it. Everybody just looks at it, and the grad goes get it. Goes to get it, but Ben's got it. Stops it under the pads for a save. Face off in the Rangers zone. It's ripped around behind our net. We're going to pick that up. Got some Rangers on the move here. Grads are going to rip it around their own net. Jackson's going to shove it back in the corner, though. Nasser's going to put some pressure on. Grads are going to push it up to their forward who got stuck. Jackson's going to keep it in, though. But the Grads are going to make a nice pass to center ice, and they come in again. Going to get a little dribble in front here. It hits a bunch of sticks and skates. Going to get skating here into the great work by and the Rangers are going to go on a power play. Ewan battled hard and drew a penalty for his efforts. The Rangers are on a power play with less than a minute left in the second period. Grads clear it all the way down to their zone. Gonna see if we can't move it up here. Louis trying hard to battle. Brody's gonna come up with it. The Grads get a stick on it. Louis stops it along the boards. Quinn tries to catch that one, but the Grads manage to clear it long and into the Ranger zone. Going to go behind our net now. Going for a big long skate. We're going to try to knock that down. And Louis picks that up. He's going close to the net. 13 seconds on the clock. He's got Charlie in the corner there with him, with Quinn. We're going to move that along the boards. Trying to get that to Braden. It goes right to the net. And a whistle right before the buzzer. start of the third period. Rangers up 3-0. Starting on a power play. But the Grads are going to clear it. We're behind our net now. It's back behind our net again. Moving with a lot of speed here. We're going to use our D. Move the puck around a little bit. Great work looking for space. Lots of movement here by the Rangers. Cole might have a rip. He does. Almost got a stick on it. Moving things around now. In the corner again. Oh, hit the post. Great rip by the Rangers there. We're back to full strength. Zach's going to turn it into their zone. We're going to keep it in the Grad zone. See if we can keep the pressure going. Grads are going to find some open ice on the opposite side. Oh my goodness, you're going to get seasick here. It's going back and forth. Back to the Grad zone. Aiden to the net. Big rebound. Almost got a hold of it. I think that's Ewan. They're going to put it to the net again, and the Grad goalie is going to cover that up. Savvy and Gavin working hard to keep it in the Grad zone. Nice move over to Ewan, who takes a great shot. The goalie just got a little glove on that and scoops over the net. Rangers putting great pressure behind their net now. Looking for some ice. Great protective skating here. Little board battle. It's back along behind the Grad's net again. They're going to regroup. Pass it along. And the Rangers are going to go on a penalty kill here. That's Jackson in the box now at 15:02 in the third period. Rangers are up 3-0. Big penalty kill here as the Grads are certainly getting more intense. Shot at the side of the net. They're going to try to scoop it out, so the ref is going to whistle. Face off in the Rangers zone. Minute and a half on the PK, and Ben is going to scoop that one up. Face off again in the Rangers zone. Grads coming behind our net. Gonna slide around a little bit, but Quinn's gonna actually knock that down. Try to get that up along the boards. Louis pushes it into the Grad zone. We're going to get some fresh legs on while Brody tries to tie them up behind their net. We're going to keep it in the neutral zone right now. Going to try to move it up along the boards. Grads are going to come up with it and look for some open ice. Grads move it along in the neutral zone. 42 seconds left in our penalty. Grads moving through the neutral zone. Push it in. The puck is behind our net now. Phil's going to go looking for someone here, and we managed to get it to the red line. Grads passing nicely and push it back behind our net again. 15 seconds left on the clock, and it gets to the Grad blue line. We're going to reset a little bit. Nick's going to pick it up, though, on the Grad side of things. It's going to bounce behind the Grad net. Grads are going to regroup. And we are back to full strength. Grads really doing well here behind our net. We're going to move it up along the boards. Aiden's going to try to get that. Without luck that time, it's going to go behind the net. Gavin's going to push that around, see if Zach can move it out. No such luck just yet. Big board battle in the corner. Lots of action here beside our net. Zach and Aiden move it up through the neutral zone. Ooh, that was tight. Zach is going to make a move. And right in front of the net, the Grad goalie's going to cover that up. Grad's moving into the neutral zone and now into the Rangers zone. There's a 2-on-4 here. It's going to rip around. We're going to go for a skate behind our own net. Going to push it up along the boards. Savi's going to pick it up. He's going to use his D. Make sure we have good control behind our net. Going to try to move that up along the boards, but the Grads have too many skates on the road. Going to turn it around in the corner. They've got a Grad sitting right behind the net looking for the pass. We intercept that one. Jackson's going to scoop that up to Savi. The Grads keep it in, but we're going to try to move it out again. And we managed to clear it. We've got Ewan making some good action here. He's got Savi with him. He gets tied up, though. The Grads with some nice defensive play there. And we scoop that up, keep it in the Grad zone. A little bit of slow skating action. Get it over to Brody, who's going to put some pressure on. And the Grads are going to move it through the neutral zone. Into the Rangers corner now. Charlie's gonna move it through for his partner. Got 3 Rangers in the zone deep. The Grad goalie is somehow gonna find that and cover it up. Grads get through the neutral zone there and bring it into Rangers territory. Gonna rip that around our net, but the Grads managed to get a hold of that. Fortunately, they pass it back and there's nobody there. So the Rangers are gonna move it to the neutral zone. Grads are in control though at the moment as they're rushing into our zone. They hit the side of the net again. That's a few times for the Grads today. And we're going to move it up. Charlie with a great pass over to Brody. He's going to take a skate. Oh, and he went for a nice little slide in front of the net. Didn't get a good shot. Great work by the Grads to tie him up. Grads, one guy coming in solo while his teammates change. Rangers looking to clear it out of their zone. There we go. Aiden's going to go for a skate. Putting it on target. His line mates were changing though, so there's no chance for the rebound shot. Grads coming out of their zone now. Gonna try to tie him up. Aiden's gonna lob it into Grad territory, but they are gonna call that offside. Nice little move here by the Rangers. Nick with a great pass. Holy, there's some pressure there, and the Grad goalie manages to stop that one. Face off in the Rangers, in the Grad zone. Sorry about that. We're going to keep that in. But the Grads come up with it here. And sorry about that. Shot on Ben. Whoop. We're going to get that past the red line. Whoop. Nick sort of lost an edge there. Gonna get that back in the neutral zone for the Grads to be offside. Puck right at the referee's feet there for a bit, but the Grads are going to go for a skate. We managed just to get a stick on that puck to knock it away. Grads come up with it after lots of battling. Nice little move there, but Ben saw it all the way and stops that one. Face off in the Rangers zone. Going to push it around behind our net, move it up to Savvy, who moves it up to a speeding Ewan. Ewan and Nasser coming through. Ewan battling through right in front of the net. He's in the corner now. Passes that over. The Grads are going to move it up along the boards and through the neutral zone now. Rangers are going to move it out of their zone and into the neutral zone. Just past the red line. Grads shoveling it along their blue line here. And it's back for Cole to have a look. He's looking for someone there. And we're going to scoop it up. Charlie on the run now. Right through the middle. With great speed. He's going to battle around while some teammates come and change. We're going to keep that in the zone though. Whip that behind the Grads net. Louis giving chase now behind the net. Battle in the corner, but the Grads are going to rip it around the other side of their net. Oh, he just missed that. Nice reach attempt there. It's okay. We pick it up and go back into the Grad zone. Deep in the corner there. We're going to scoop it off the stick of a grad. They're going to get it back, though. Brody's going to see if he can solve that problem. Comes back to the red line. Gavin's going to stop it and shuttle that back in. Big long pass by the grads who are trying something new. Grads are going to get it right to the goalie. Deep in the grad zone here. Oh, we had a little lost edge there. Grad's back. We got bodies in the Rangers zone now in the corner. 2-on-2 battle along the boards here. We're gonna try to get that out. It just goes past the blue line, but they're offside. Whoop. Aiden battling at the blue line. He's going to see if he can keep it in. Now he's going to work with his partners. Braden's coming in now. Right at the blue line. Going to see here. The grads coming in now. Aiden turning it around at the blue line. He's going to see if he can... Oh, and I think that went up and off the goalie. Zach battling in the boards there. Whoop, we just missed that, and it comes through the neutral zone. Cole's going to pick it up while everybody changes. See who we can find here. Cole's going to buy a little bit of time along the blue line. He's going to pass it to his D partner, up to Nasser, who's going to take it over the blue line. Oh, it just goes through the crease in the grad zone. Lots of sticks and skates, but the grads are now coming through 3-on-2 into the Rangers zone. Cole is going to angle them along the boards. He's going to come up with it behind our net, up to Savvy. Savvy's going to have a look at Ewan. Just misses Ewan's stick, and the grads turn it over at their blue line. Now they're back in the Rangers zone. Shot that Ben pushes off to the side. Ooh, we shove it along behind our net, but there was a grad who picked that up. The grad's going to go for a little skate around, see if they can find a spot. Good battling here. Ben's going to scoop that over to the side, though. Big pressure here. The grad's feeling it. 3:07 left on the clock. Ben's going to stop that and settle things down. Scoop it around behind the Rangers net now. And the grads are going to come up with it again, but nobody there. Jackson's going to go find his forward, and Charlie's going to try, but stick gets in his road. Shot misses the net. And we're going to have Jackson work hard here to try to keep things moving. The grads come up with that one. Louis going to get it over the line, though. Longer pass to Brody, who gets it over the red line. We're in the grad zone now. Pressure by the Rangers. Behind the grad net. And there's a beauty pass up front. Big save by the grad goalie. Big tie up behind the grad net right now. Rangers up with it. Going to use D. Braden's going to get that to the net. A little bit high and wide. Tried to knock that down, but it would have been a high stick. Grads are going to relieve us of the puck here, and they're swinging around behind their net. But we're going to give them some more trouble. Brody's tying them up. And now we have Nick giving chase along the boards. He's going to keep it in a little bit longer. Grads are going to turn and trying to make a connection at center, but it's an icing call. .118 on the clock in the third period, and Grads circling behind their net. Rangers trying to keep it in the Grad zone. And we do. Some good work by the D. Oh, they tried for a nice centering pass there. Couldn't get a stick on it in front of the net. Grads are going to make another attempt here into the Rangers zone. 2-on-2. Going to angle that, and Ben's going to scoop that up for a save at 46.3 seconds. Behind the Rangers net, Savvy's going to move that, and it finds Nasser. Whoop! Just missed Ewan's stick. We're going to play that back. Call over to Ewan, who's going to try to dump it past the blue line. They're going to call that offside. Less than 20 seconds on the clock. We're at the Grad blue line. Nasser comes up with it. He's going to go for a skate. Goes behind the net. Going to try to keep that in. Ewan working hard. Bit of a pile up. That's a 3-0 win for the Rangers over the Cumberland Grads. Scoring. And that's our game. We'll see you in a little bit. We're in practice mode for a little while. Hope you enjoyed our game. And again, that was 3-0 for the Rangers over the Cumberland Grads. See you next time.